Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, again, and also the host for the Webtalk Legends Podcast. And that's what we're here. We're just going to have my guests share their story, talk about trials and tribulations, adversity, talk about things that have happened in their past that has helped them. We're going to learn from them. And I want some of you to take some notes. I want you to jot things down. I want you to actually, if it's a mental note or actually you physically writing things down, I want you to implement some of the ideas that we are doing. And throughout, a couple housekeeping, drop at least a hashtag live, hashtag replay on the replay. If you're an overachiever, drop a comment where you're watching from. And also through the conversation, drop in a favorite emoji, a thumbs up, thumbs down if you disagree with something, a pound, a fire, whatever floats your boat, because the more comments we have on the algorithm for YouTube, the better, more reach we will have. And don't forget, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button. Before I bring my guest on, I want to share something very important. Actually, I want to share this, probably might work best. If you are not a part of Got Backup, it's a great storage plan. iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, $9.97 a month. Actually, I found that Dropbox even more for even what we're talking about. You get with 6 terabytes with Got Backup for $9.97 a month. Everything in the personal backup, 6 opportunities, 6 accounts can utilize that 6 terabytes. Unusual. You could pay it in for the year for $99.97, and otherwise you could do it monthly. Something to take a look at. Take a look at my description. Join. Let me bring on my next guest. We're gonna have John Pordon. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for joining, man. This is gonna be we've been trying to do this for a while. I
We
like
have.
it's all about persistence. A lot of people
Yep.
give up,
Yep.
and but I like to keep chipping away, and I know there's opportunity. I see what you're doing. You're doing fantastic work, and I want to bring
Thank
you
you.
into my community and collaborate. So before we get into it, John, who are you and what do you do?
All right. Well, not to belittle you, but my name is John Pordon, not John. But you know how many, Sean? You know how many people mispronounce my name? I'm lucky if my family gets it right. Okay, so it's Pordon. But
Yes.
listen, I've been called Pardon. I've been called Pardon. So all the people have been mispronouncing my name for 16 years. Here, listen to this. This is how you
Yes.
pronounce my name. This is why we're doing web talk, so you know how to pronounce Pordon, right?
Yep.
It's,
Love it, man. I love it.
John Pordon. I work at Century 21 Gold Properties in Totowa, right by St. James Church. Okay. I've been in the business for about 16 years. I started at Century 21. It was back then Century 21, Barone and Slazak. I first started my career there. I was there for 6 years. Then the office closed, and things got tough. And I went over. I've been in Totowa since 2012, so it's coming up 12 years already.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Congrats, man. That's fantastic. And hey, it proves that we're all human.
Yes.
It's all human. And we make mistakes and it happens. And I appreciate some people won't change that. A lot of people will say Ziem as well instead of Ziem.
Right.
And I correct it. I teach my kids to correct it. Like no shame. Like people mess up. And I purposely, being as a teacher as well, I'll purposely mess up a kid's name. And they'll be like, oh, it's this. I'm like, that's why I wanted to hear it, how to say it properly. So it's definitely something, don't be ashamed to correct somebody. People have a problem today, it seems like, with criticism, and we're here to prove that this share. I like what you have in the background. Defy and deliver. Tell us about that. What made you put that up?
Well, I wish I could take credit for it, but that is the Century 21 motto. So I'm in one of my conference rooms in my office, and I put my laptop down. I go, to defy and deliver is kind of a perfect backdrop for today. You know what it means to me is that defy the odds. When someone says you can't do this, no, it's too hard. Like last year with the market the way it was, and the inflation, the inventory, the interest rates, and the prices. a lot of people had the mentality, certainly not me, that, well, it's just too tough. Just fold the towel. That's it. But, defy means that if someone says you can't, you have to say, yes, you can. And, that's a big part of being in business and being in real estate. Listen, you're going to get knocked down every day. You're going to get kicked in the gut. You're going to get kicked in the teeth. But are you going to get up and keep going? And that's what, defy means. And then once you defy the odds, then you deliver. You say, all right, I'm going to do what I'm not supposed to do, or what people say I can't do, and I'll deliver and I'll show them.
Love it, man. I definitely like that. You've reflected on it. And again, reminder for those who are watching, we're not scripting anything. A lot of people think they go and they ask questions. What are you going to ask me? I'm not going to make anyone look bad. I want to have what we do is what I would do is if we're face to face in a conversation, but we're recording it. But people have a problem when they're like, oh, you're going to have this go live, or it's going to be all over YouTube, or it's going to be on social media. And they have a fear. You've been doing video for a little while now. Tell us about why you got started.
Well, I'll tell you, Shawn, I just think that it gives people another side of you, meaning that, all right, they see this guy, he's selling houses or he's doing whatever. And I just saw where the industry was headed. Quite frankly, no one has the time to read a newspaper. They're not going to, newspaper ads, I think, are just kind of, not kind of passe, but almost passe. So, right. You have to adjust your business to where it's going. So I said, you know what? Let me start doing video. I'm very comfortable communicating. I'm very comfortable speaking. And again, my videos, I do not script anything. It's all from here. I just talk what's going on. And you talk from the heart, and you talk, good or bad, you're honest, and you just tell people what it is. They might not like what you have to say. They might love what you have to say, but it's just a feel. And by talking, people say, all right, this guy has a feel for the market. This guy is an expert of what he's talking about. This is the guy I want. And you have to show that you're an expert in your field and you know how to convey that information that people are looking for. Sending a postcard, or, doing a newspaper ad. They don't know who you are, but I think this doing a video makes people say, geez, I feels like I know this guy or this woman. So I just think it adds a little something, like you always say, Shawn, add value, right? And I love that phrase, add value. And that's so important in any business you're in.
It's important to be consistent as well. A lot of people think on a short term that just a post is going to get you business, but you got to really put information that you're teaching, so you're connecting with somebody emotionally. Because if you teach someone, and what John was saying, being real, do you have any like expensive cameras you're using? Are you using just your phone for when you're doing your video?
Basically, just my phone, or sometimes I'll use my laptop. I mean, it's not expensive to make a video. You don't have to get all this high-tech equipment to, record a minute and minute and a half video. Listen, it doesn't have to be, 10, 15-minute video. You go on a minute video, you put it on your page, you put it on your story, and away you go. You start off small, just saying, listen, listing this property tomorrow, give me a call. And it's short and simple, because people, after a minute or so, people, I think, start to lose their attention span. You're like, okay, this guy's just rambling. But if you just get straight to the point, this is what's going on in the market. People are like, all right, I got a gist of it. He summarized it well, and they know exactly what's going on.
Is there any technology, any apps that you would recommend that you're currently using to help those that are doing video?
I'm not really using anything specific, Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like I said, I'll go on my camera, just hit record, whether it's in my office or it's somewhere I am. If I'm at an open house, or I'm listing something, it'll be there. Try to, change the environment a little bit. People like to see not only you're just in an office at a desk all the time.
Yes.
All right, you're out, you're in the field. All right, I'm at a sporting event. You're making a video here. I'm at a sporting event, but I just want to remind you, this is what's going on tomorrow. Open house, stuff like that. You try to change it up a little bit, but to answer your question, there's not really a specific app I use. I just try to, offer, diverse and variety when I'm doing my video.
Here's some value for you. I believe and I love using CapCut.
Okay.
It's a great app that you can have your video uploaded. A lot of times people watch videos, they don't listen, they read. So having captions are very important to implement into your video. CapCut allows you to do all different types of fonts, and it's quick. I'm into doing things fast, getting thorough but fast.
Right.
And I do all my stuff myself, and I'm able to do it throughout. So CapCut's really good, and Canva helps you create any different posts if you have different YouTube thumbnails, things like that. So those are very good to utilize to add to your repertoire as far as growing on the video front. Yeah, all I recommend in the beginning, use your phone and a tripod. Get a tripod so you can set it up anywhere, and that allows you to talk with your hands, with your body language. And then you could add the lights and all that stuff down the road. In the beginning, when I first started in 2018, I did the same thing. Now I have lights and all that good stuff because I wanted to grow. That's what I'm looking to do as far as getting to the next level. What did you do before real estate?
I tell you, and one of the reasons why I'm so comfortable, speaking, I was actually in the radio industry. And a lot of people say, I can tell you got that voice, you got that big radio voice. And so that's what I did. I went to Woodland Paterson. I went for communications. I was on the campus radio station. Okay. And I worked at a few small market radio stations, but it's a field that, if you don't get a break, it's like acting. You either get a break or you don't. So, and you could be the most talented person, and if it doesn't break your way, it's just not going to happen. So, so obviously I was in it for 10, a good 10 years. And then I decided, all right, I think I need to, pivot here and figure something out. And, I knew people in the industry, and I said, you know what, I'm personable. I like speaking. I like communicating. Let me give it a shot. So that's how it all came to be. Listen, and I was like a lot of people. I didn't know what to expect when I started. I'm like, and this is the perception. Real estate, how hard can it be? You just go out, you show some houses and you write a contract up and then you close, right? Just like HGTV. Oh yeah, you show them 3 houses and we're at the closing table, which obviously we know is certainly not the case. I wish it was, but it's not. Maybe you get one out of 20 that happens. That, but that's how it all came about. And I had people in the industry saying, maybe you should try it. You might be good at it. You can communicate. You're certainly a hard worker, and give it a shot. And so I gave it a shot, and the rest is history.
No, that's cool to be in that type of space beforehand. You did 10 years, so you definitely were, building your craft, utilizing some of the skills you had in radio. You're using still today. Yeah. I like when you mentioned early on when we were talking about getting kicked in the teeth.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with, or how do we help those that are watching? They're having that day. They're getting their teeth kicked in. Every direction they go, they're getting a lot of no's. How do we keep them staying motivated?
Well, I tell you, Shawn, it's very easy when those days are happening, and hopefully they're few and far between for people. But it's very easy to say, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm getting kicked in the teeth. Nothing's going right, and I'm certainly not getting paid for being aggravated. Right? People don't understand. In real estate, you don't get paid until you close, right? Yeah. So, it's not like you're getting paid to talk to attorneys, to talk to lenders, to talk to, town inspectors, appraisers. You're not getting paid for any of that legwork. So what I would try to tell people is, if this is what you really want, and if you are passionate about helping people and you're passionate about the industry, then you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. You got to try to wake up, and shaking it off is the biggest thing. And that's something I had to learn in my career, because I tell you, there were times where I just let it fester, and I just carried it with me. You have to let it go. You have to find it in you to let it go, because tomorrow you might have everything go right. That's how it goes. It's seesaw. It's a roller coaster. And that's why, quite frankly, I mean, I understand when people, they keep getting knocked down, they're like, they just fold it in, because they're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not getting paid. I need to get paid. I need a salary. And, they just move on, and that's why, the failure rate in this business is 88%.
Right.
Right. Only 12% survive and make it. That's not a lot.
And they don't tell you that in school. They're always talking about passing the test, and it's like, then you pass the test, like, now what? And it's like, where do I go? I'm getting recruited by all these different companies. And you're truly an entrepreneur. When you're self-employed, you're an entrepreneur. What does that term mean to you?
Well, I tell you, to me, it means, obviously, you're the master of the ship, okay? It's your business. You decide you don't want to work on a certain day, you don't work. I mean, I never decide I don't want to work. I work all the time, but, or if you say, today I'm going to work a few hours, tomorrow I'll work 11 hours. So you are the master of your ship. You're in control of your own destiny. If something goes wrong, it's on you. Just like if you have a roofing company and they put the roof on and they put it on wrong, they're going after the owner of the roofing company, right? They're not going after the workers. They're going after the roofer, the
main guy. Yep.
The main guy, right? So exactly. So that's the thing, is that you have to understand in your own business, unless you're on a team, which I am not, that if something goes wrong, it's on you. And I kind of like that. I kind of want people to say, all right, John, you messed up. This is your error. Fix it. So, and that's why I like to work by myself. I choose not to work with a team. I said, I don't want, and no disrespect to anybody, if something goes wrong, I don't want to say, well, it was Joe Smith that did it. No, it was John Pordon that did it. It's me. I'm the guy. So you come at, if something goes wrong, I'll fess up to it. It's me.
No, I definitely, I think it's a powerful thing to do that and have that, attitude, that mindset. Now, you work all the time, I know, but what is something that John Pordon does to have fun outside of work?
Well, being working all the time, it's hard to you try to find that balance, and I know it's not the easiest thing to do. I quite frankly, I love working out. That gets my day going every day. If I miss it, I'm off. I'm cranky. Because people don't understand is that that sets the tone not only for your day. It shows you have discipline, but it also gets your mind working. Because I tell you, this business, a lot of it is mental.
Yes.
This way, at the end of the day, you're not so much physically, you're mentally tired, because you're constantly working your brain and talking to people, trying to find solutions to problems. And I certainly like working out. That's something I do for fun. Outside of that, big sports fan. I'll go to sporting events. Try to get together with my friends and family as much as I can. But other than that, I'm pretty much a simple guy, Shawn. I just do what I need to do every day. I like what I do, and I just want people to be happy with, my services, and I want people to be happy after the transaction and just be happy with, hopefully I did a good job for them. But, it's pretty simple though, what I do. It's basically get up, do my workout, read some of the news, what's going on. Although maybe sometimes I shouldn't read the news, because there's sometimes a lot of bad news out there, right?
Yeah, so negativity.
Exactly. So I try to shy away from negativity. Obviously, you need a positive mindset, but I'll do that. I'll come in the office, do what I got to do, go on appointments. Then at night, I just like to, chill out, relax a little bit, and then, basically rinse and repeat the next day. But
Now,
yeah, but I think, having outlets like exercising and sporting events and sports and hanging out with people socially is very, very important. No doubt.
I agree with the working out truly is something that is a stress reliever, and it helps us men get some. I like throwing weights around. I like going to the gym, doing my workouts at home. I like being active because I know the older we get, the more active we have to be to keep ourselves younger. It's something to always have that, and it is a mindset. It's my time. It's nothing else. It's me working out, and that's it. And I do it at night because of my situation with my young kids. It's hard for me to do the morning, the 5 o'clock morning or the 4 something. So I never know. I try to, but then the kids are up at So I rather do it. I do it at night. They go to sleep. It's my time, and I get to do my strength training, everything else. It's fun. And then, are you a Giant fan, or are you a Jet fan, or are you a Buffalo fan?
Neither. I'm actually a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be saying that because I'll probably lose a lot of clients. No, I'm a Cowboy fan. I've been a Cowboy fan. When I was growing up, they were always on TV. It was America's team, although I don't know how much of America's team they are these days. But anyway, that's how it all started. So I said, all right, this team's always on TV, America's team. I'll start liking Dallas. And that's how it started.
Yeah, you have the cheerleaders too. You can't complain about them.
Yeah. Hey, listen, never complain about them.
And are you into golf?
Shawn, I maybe miniature golf. I try to learn the game, and quite frankly, you need to have the time to get somewhat competent at it, and I just don't have the time to stick with it, because I know a lot of people who they've professed, not saying they've gotten good, but they've improved a lot because they've continuously repetition and keep playing. I just don't have that kind of time. So golf was never really a sport for me. I'm more of like a football guy, basketball, baseball, hockey. Those are my favorite sports.
And each of those, were you involved when you were high school and below? Were you into any of those sports?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was little league, I was baseball. I did and football. When I got to high school, I thought about it. I tried freshman year, but then I decided, playing sports in high school just wasn't for me. So no, I did play though little league football and baseball. Yes, I did.
No, it's definitely, I found that a lot of people in sales, and I talk about this when someone brings up sports, they instill a lot of great things when you're involved, when you're younger. And if you stick it out, it allows you to deal with those, days that are not going well, and adversity and winning and losing, how to understand the differences there. And also team, knowing that you are a solopreneur, you're a solo agent, but in reality, you have a team. You have a go-to for different disciplines throughout. So everyone on your team, they might not be like you're exactly on you don't pay them, but your team is basically your recommendation sources. And it's important to keep them, satisfied, knowing that you're marketing together, you're collaborating together, because it's a good thing to be solo. But you also think about it, guys. You are also building. That's why I changed my name to the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, because I want to be that solutions to someone's problem. So it's not just insurance; it's finding out. Oh, you need the refinance? I got a mortgage person. Oh, you need a roofer? I got a roofer. You need I had my driveway done the other day. He's going to be a go-to person for driveways. So it's a conversations piece to have. And but it's just something that opened people's eyes. It's not, you don't have to be a team. You can be by yourself, but you also can still grow as one because you're working with others as well.
Right. No, that's a very good point, is that, you it's very important to have like your own team as far as attorneys and lenders and, people like that, because you want to work with people that you're comfortable with, one, and people that you've done business with before who know you, and you know that they can get the job done at the end of the day. So in that respect, yes, I agree. It is a team because, at the end of the day, we're all striving for the same goal, and that's to buy or sell the property and make sure everyone's satisfied with the transaction, because that's how everyone gets more business.
Yes.
When someone's not happy, they're not going to refer you. And, listen, it happens. Listen, there's going to be times where people just aren't happy with what you've done. For some unknown reason, something happens, and they blame they have to blame somebody. Sometimes they'll blame mortgage. Sometimes they'll blame the realtor, or sometimes they'll blame the attorney. But, sometimes it happens. You try to have people satisfied with you 100%, but, in reality, it's almost impossible for people to be 100% satisfied every single transaction.
Well, definitely. Well said. It happens all the time. It's just making sure that if there's a mistake, you own up to it early on, you explain it, and you fix it. Like John was saying earlier, too, it's important to fix those problems as best you can so you can continue on. And, then they'll be able to recommend you. We're on social media. We are doing a video. We are collaborating. It's a thing that most people should be doing, but people have a fear of it. Oh, I can't start a podcast. Oh, I can't do videos. How do we help others, do what we just did?
Yeah, I mean, Shawn, that is a very good point, because I say that all the time, is that why aren't there more people doing videos or using social media to the fullest? This is a free site. Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn is free advertising. And I'll tell you, not to spill the company's secrets or anything, or my secrets, but, it works. It works. I've gotten a good amount of business off just doing, social media content, video. There'll be people that will reach out to me that I have no idea who they are, and I'll end up listing their property because they saw me on social media.
Yep.
So I think it's people that they have to have the fear of, they have to be, I think it comes from being confident in your abilities and confident in what you're saying and what you can offer. So I think people need to, have confidence that, listen, what I'm saying, I am confident in what I'm saying, and they have to get over that fear, that initial fear. And once they do it, I think they'll be able to make more videos and being comfortable doing it. But I think that's the fear of being in front of camera or whatever, or speaking and communicating. I think that's a big fear with a lot of people, and why people just aren't doing video.
And here's some really easy tips. Pick something and only talk about things you want to talk about. If it's sports, you talk about sports. You have a whole YouTube channel on sports. If it's cooking, do your cooking and talk. And so people can learn about what you do, your likes, your dislikes. I wouldn't talk about political stuff too often.
No.
I would stay away from it. Some people would disagree with me. They'll say, oh, you should get that. That'll get you some exposure, but it could be the wrong exposure. So you got to be careful. That's a fine line you got to be careful of. But doing consistent collaborations, go around town, go to all your establishments, all the businesses, small business, and talk to the owners and interview them. That's content. It's you not even just talk about real estate or me insurance. It's them sharing their best, meals that they have, when they're open, when they're holding events, and they're just talking. And it's you being more hyper focused in that town.
Yeah, and you know what, Shawn, too, just to add what you said, is a very good point, is that I don't think people understand is that you can be advertising without even posting anything. For instance, you go to a supermarket, you go to ShopRite, you go wherever, a restaurant, you walk in and people will say, or, I know I've gone to ShopRite in Little Falls, or I go to a restaurant, hey, I know you. Hey, John. No, they'll call me by my name, and I go, I don't know who that is, but they know you because they say, I see this guy, I've seen him somewhere, I know it. So I'm walking in there with my Century 21 fleece, and they're saying, I know this guy. And I didn't even have to post one thing or utter a word on a video. And I'm already advertising. So to me, that is, if I have nothing going on that day and I just walk in the neighborhood or just walk out into a supermarket, go shopping, to me, and someone sees me, you hand out and they come up to you or they say hi, you hand out a card, that's a successful day to me. Because you never know. You're planting a seed. It might not happen, tomorrow, next week, or 3 months or 6 months. It might happen next year. They might call you, go, remember when we met in the supermarket? I have to sell my house.
This stuff works. It working. It just takes some time, and everyone has that time. Everyone's looking for the money now. Just plant, like we've just been talking about, planting seeds. You're going to see what you're going to harvest in the short term. 6 months, I guarantee, I challenge every single one of you, start doing some video like we do. 6 months from now, you're going to see explosion of exposure, promotion. You're going to see leads coming in like flying off, no problem. You get to pick and choose what you want to do. John, it's been fantastic having you on. Those that are watching, all his contact information is in the description of this video. Please, please, please reach out to him. Connect with him on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Call him. If you want to buy, sell, invest, if you want to just have a conversation, he's a great guy. Reach out to him, and I know you can build a relationship. John, thanks again for being with us. Any final thoughts?
Thank you so much for having me.
You got it, my friend. Everyone else, we hope you have an awesome rest of your day.